Hey VC, welcome back to the channel. This is Logan coming to you from Nerdy Vinyl, coming to you with my first video of the new year, and I thought what better way than to jump on the bandwagon and do a vinyl tag video. And so we're doing Rob Walker's tag because that seems to be the one everybody's doing, so that's the one we're gonna do. I got my list. As you can see, I made some changes here and there, but let's get into it. This is going to be a long one, so I'll try to get through this without talking too much, rambling and whatnots. All right. First, favorite album purchase in 2021. This was actually purchased for me for Christmas. It was one I was going to buy, but didn't because I had a feeling that my wife might get it. I thought she got the hint, and she did, so it's cool. But it is Tom Petty's Wildflowers and All the Rest. This is one of my favorite Petty albums, possibly my favorite, or at least a close second. So this is a three-disc album. The third disc being 10 previously unreleased songs. Very cool inside. I'll open it real quick, just show you the fold out on it. But it's very cool. And then yeah, so that was given to me by my wife for the Christmas. Love it. Favorite album purchased for 2021. Album by the first band I ever saw live. Now, first band I ever saw live was Rob Zombie opening for Korn way back in the day. I don't have any Rob Zombie, White Zombie. I don't have any Korn. The second band I ever saw live was these guys, Dropkick Murphys. So this is what I'm going to show because this is my only option. You know, I got a pretty small collection, so I got to make do with what I got. I can't. Some of these I don't have just because, you know, one day I will. But for now, Dropkick Murphys, gang's all here. Album by a duo. Again, limited selection, but we're gonna go with this. Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. There's me, or does like Paul Simon look like a second-hand Gallagher in this album cover? Oh. That always makes me laugh. I'm like, geez, get the hair, the hat, like the mustache, like must have been a thing in the 70s. That look. All right. Album still in the shrink. This one I just got on Christmas Eve. It is Green Day Insomniac 25th anniversary edition in the foil jacket. This has a second disc, which is them live in Prague. It's got 8 songs off of this album. It's cool because one side of it is the music and the other side is like an engraved, pressed artwork of this. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's very cool. I love this album. This is like probably my second favorite Green Day album, next to Dookie. Okay, concept album. This one was a little tricky because I didn't really know what concept albums were until a few months ago, and I was looking it up, trying to do this, and I was like, do I even have anything that we consider concept? And so this one might be a bit of a reach, but it is Tom Waits' Small Change. And this is, in his words, a concept album surrounding the American drunk and the realities of it, and the different situations people can find themselves in when they go down that road. That's what I got. So this is like, maybe I just wanted an excuse to show this album, because it's like, this is probably my third favorite album of all time. easily. But like I said, that's what I got. Album I haven't listened to yet is this. Just got it today. Motown. Voices of Motown. It's a collaboration. I opened it because I wanted to see the record. It's a Blue Marble. But this is Preems, Martha Reeves, the Marvelettes, Marvin Gaye, Isley Brothers, Smokey Robinson, Four Tops, Temptations, Jackson 5. So a lot of great stuff on this. But yeah, like I said, just got it tonight. So that's gonna be a good one. Okay, next we have artists discovered in 2021. This is actually a couple of guys that my old man listened to a lot. Well, not a lot, but it was stuff I heard here and there as a kid, and I never knew who it was. It was just stuff that was, on in the shop or whatever. And then I heard this song on Sirius. This was about 7 or 8 months ago, and I was like, "Oh, I remember that song." And so I looked it up to see who it was, and I ended up listening to this album on Spotify for like a week straight, just constant. And then I found it in an antique mall, and I was like, "Hells yeah!" for this. And it is Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley. This is good old boys holding the bag. This is a pretty good album. I feel like it's funny you're talking about drunks, but this is like just good old honky tonk, good old boy drinking music. Just drinking and getting into trouble, rowdy shit. This is a good album. Really good album. I like it anyways. Okay, live album. Only have a few, but this is, in my opinion, one of the best live albums ever recorded, in my opinion. And that is Bob Seger's Silver Bullet Band, Live Bullet. This is, like I said, it's a great live album. The flow is cool. His banter with the audience throughout this album is pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Album from a different continent. Never mind the Bullocks. Here come the Sex Pistols. This is a German pressing. I found that out upon researching it. One thing that I thought was really cool, because I'd never seen a German press before. But I noticed that the vinyl on the edge is like flat. Like it doesn't have that curve. Like, it's pretty cool. You all know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, that's how it is. But I never seen that before, and I thought it was super cool. But there we go. Sex Pistols. Anarchy in the UK. Moving on. Album with a price sticker on the jacket. Cat Scratch Fever by one Ted Nugent. Like, sexy. Yeah, I found this at a antique mall, and it's got their base sticker with $7. Cat Scratch Fever, 1977, clean. This one is in pretty good shape. It's an interesting gatefold, because it's like, we all know that, but then it's like, it's a poster. It's a very sexy poster. Then it's got this on the inside. So, yep, that's what that is. Come on. That's fine, because when you have this in the thing, you're gonna put it like that, but then you're open on top, or you can put it in sideways and read the spine. You do you. Alrighty. Punk or new wave album. Dead Kennedys. Fresh fruit for rotting vegetables. Again, I had to go with a favorite. This is like probably my favorite, or close to my favorite Dead Kennedys album. Great album. Kill the Poor. It's probably my favorite album off this. My favorite album off this song. No, favorite song off this album. Kill the Poor. Great album. Number 12. Box set. Only one I got. The Dubliners Collection. This could also be from another continent, because this is direct from Dublin, Ireland. But Dubliners, love them. Just wait till St. Patty's rolls around. This will be all I play for like 2 days leading up to St. Patty's. My wife's gonna be so sick of it. And she usually is. Are we listening to Irish music again? Yes, we do. Shut up. I'm just kidding. I don't talk to my wife like that. She'd kick my ass. Okay. Another one that's a reach is album with a sporting theme. Don't have one. Just don't have any. Nope. Jazz album. So again, this one's a reach. I don't have any jazz. I don't have any I don't. But what I do have is some stuff that's heavily jazz influenced and has some aspects of jazz to it. As some people might say it's jazz. I don't know that it is, so I'm not going to say this, but I will say it's jazz influenced with jazz notes and jazz elements to it. And again, it's more Tom Waits. Heart of Saturday Night. This is another one that he considers to be a concept. But this one I felt was better for the jazz, because as far as his stuff goes, this one you can definitely, next to Closing Time, his first album, this is probably one of the jazzier albums that he did. But that's what I got, trying to make it work. All right, best of album. Just got this also on Christmas Eve. This is the Canned Heat Cookbook, the best of Canned Heat. This is a group that I heard a lot growing up, but this is a great album. This is a good album to clean the house to. It's very energetic going on, but this is great. Let's keep this going. Album with at least 8 people on the jacket. The Gambler, Kenny Rogers. Punch in the mouth, Kenny Rogers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a great album because it's got one good song on it. Seriously, I've listened to this whole album, I think, a dozen times in my life. And the only song on it that's worth a damn is The Gambler. The artwork is cool, though. Super cool artwork. It's another one of those country albums where, 70s country album, they tried to make the art, the cover photo, look like an old, cracked painting. But there it is. 8 people on the cover. That's the only one I had. I was looking and I was like, what albums do I have that have a lot of people on them? And then this was one of them, and I was like, yo, thank God it just made it. That was a weird one. But anyways, soundtrack. Okay. I let my wife pick this one because I was like, I didn't know which one to pick. Because you can see this is our record collection here. This section right here, closest to me, this is all, that's all soundtracks. And it's like everything from Guardians of the Galaxy to like old Broadway, old Disney, like this. We got the Song of the South soundtrack. Zippity doo dah day. So I was like, you pick this one because those are mostly hers. So she picked this one as her favorite out of what we own. So, Greatest Showman. This is the greatest show. I like it. I jam to it every once in a while. I definitely pop out when certain songs come on. I'm like, yeah, I like this one, and the other ones come on. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go away now. I don't like this song. It makes me feel weird. But that's neither here nor there. Show some VCLT. There's another one I can't do just because I'm so new to this that I've never experienced that yet, so I don't have anything to show or anything to share in that category. So, album with no writing on the cover. Paint Your Wagon, which is also a soundtrack. And you're like, oh, but it says no writing on the cover. What? This is cool. So if you've ever seen Paint Your Wagon, in the very opening credits, it's one of those. It starts out with a still photo that morphs into like a live deal. So it starts out with this. It's like a picture of a wagon train, and then they come to life. On the inside, you've got these like pretty cool like hand drawing watercolor deals. You've got Lee Marvin there. You've got whatever her name is, Clint Eastwood. This was cool because this thing is mint, dude. Like, it's got a little bit of stuff there, but the record is mint-tastic. And I got it at a shop, and it was in their dollar bin. I was like, yeah, we're definitely going to get that for $1. Paint your wagon and come along. If you've never seen the movie, it's pretty hilarious. Like, there's this whole scene where it's like these gold miners, and it's like a mining camp, and this guy rolls in with his 2 wives, and he's a Mormon and he's a polygamist, and they're like, it's not fair that he should have 2 women and we have none. And so like they force the guy to like raffle off his wife. Like they auction her off, or they either raffle. I can't remember if it's a raffle or if it's an auction, but yeah, it's pretty hilarious. It's a good movie. Okay. 7-inch single. I have 2. I have the 7-inch that came in the 30th anniversary. Never mind, but I don't really think that counts as a single. So we have this. Waylon Jennings. Lonesome, ornery, and mean on one side, and we've got Amanda on the other. And it plays clean. It looks dusty, but it plays really clean. But it's the only 7-inch I have. That's a single. Okay, now a colored vinyl. This one I just got recently, and so I showed this one. It is AFI's All Hallows EP. It's pretty cool. I love old AFI. I love the artwork on old AFI albums. the album, that's on one side. You got that jack-o'-lantern on the other, and the record is a super sweet orange. So that's cool. That beat, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm buying that, and it became like one of my favorite instantly became one of my favorite colored albums that I have. Oh, look at this. Getting to the end. An album from 1982. I had to look up albums from 1982 to see if I had anything. And so I went through like country, because I'm like, okay, most of what I got that's old is country. So I went through and I had 2 that I own. They're on the country music deal. And so one of them was a George Strait album. The other was this. Hank Williams Jr.'s Greatest Hits. Yeah, this is a good album. If I only owned one Hank Williams Jr. album, this could be the one. Only thing it doesn't have is oh, it does have Country Boy Can't Survive. I didn't think it did. So yeah, this is a great album. That's it. I'll try to get through this as quick as possible. It's still going to be a super long video. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was bearable. And we will see you next time. You guys have a good one.